Welcome to this new video on Forza Horizon 6, in which I'm going to share with you all the tips I've found in the game that will help you earn money faster and more easily. Money or credits? Call it whatever you want. It's really the foundation of Forza Horizon 6. It's thanks to this that you'll be able to buy absolutely everything. Cars, their customization, houses, player clothing. Having a lot of money in Horizon 6 is really important to buy everything you want. I'm warning you. Earning money in Forza Horizon 6 takes longer and is harder than in Forza Horizon 5. And when you know that, and you also see that in Forza Horizon, there are cars that will cost tens of millions of credits, like this one, the most expensive, 70 million. You realize that having the best farming methods is really super useful, even downright necessary. Like I was saying, in Horizon 6, it's going to take much longer to earn money than in Horizon 5. It'll cost you a lot more time, but also energy. Personally, when I start a long session on Horizon 6, whether it's to farm credits or to record videos for you, I have to admit I like having something to drink that gives me a little boost and helps me stay focused for several hours in a row. Instead of drinking traditional sodas, which I find way too sweet, or drinking coffee, since I don't like the taste of coffee, I switched to Ollie brand drinks. I've been drinking them since 2023, and after trying dozens of different flavors, I think it's time to recommend them. Ollie is a brand of drinks you dilute with water. Ollie offers several ranges like iced teas and now syrups. I especially recommend the green apple syrup, which I found particularly good. And of course, the famous Ollie Energy range, with this cherry one, for example, which is one of my favorites. This is the range you see me drinking when I'm streaming, because first, I think it tastes good. Second, one serving of the drink costs 34 times less than a traditional soda. And third, the caffeine in it lets me stream for hours without getting tired. There are literally dozens of different flavors available on Ollie's website. And for those who aren't sure what to choose for their first order, know that Ollie also offers assortments that let you try out the different ranges and flavors. The link to Ollie's website will be in the video description and pinned comment below. You can also go there directly by scanning the QR code that will appear here. And if you use the code ECONOX when you place your order, you'll get a 10% discount. Thank you to everyone who took a look, and especially to Ollie, this video's partner. Now, let's get back to looking at the best money farming methods in Horizon 6. On Horizon 6, you usually start the story with 30,000 credits, which isn't much and doesn't let you buy interesting cars. This may change by the final release. You should know that one of the first methods is to sell absolutely everything you have in your garage, because actually, by default, your garage is pre-customized, and all the items you see here, all of that, it's worth money. So what I do to start is I spam all the items by pressing the X button on my controller to delete them, to sell them, and get the money back. If you remove all the decorations in your garage, it may look empty, but you'll have enough money to buy a better car early on. This helps you win races and earn money faster, so you can quickly buy back decorations and customize your garage again. Here, I've deleted everything, which lets me get back 39,000 credits, and those 39,000 credits added to the 30,000 you start with can let you buy some pretty nice cars, around 60,000 to 70,000, which will be more powerful and faster. Here's a tip. Exploring the map in Forza Horizon 6 gives you money, with some nice small rewards, every time you discover a certain percentage of the different areas. And what can you do to discover all the regions? To boost that percentage quickly, explore the map in Forza Horizon 6. By taking the highway and making this big loop at very high speed, you'll quickly get discovery percentages. Also, you'll be able to teleport all along the highway since you'll have discovered it. And that will let you save time on your trips if you want. And it will fill up the gauges for each region, letting you get a few tens of thousands of extra credits to start off well. On top of that, it will increase your discovery percentage in the game's logbook, in the story journal. And these discovery percentages will give you other rewards. It could be credits, it could be prize draws that themselves will let you win more credits. At the beginning of the game, there's another method that lets you earn money very quickly, which is to collect the different blue signs you'll find on the map. There are two types. There are the traditional XP signs like this, which will give you amounts of XP between 1,000 and 5,000, and they can be useful for earning money, because XP helps us level up, and leveling up gives us rewards, which can be prize draws that let you win money. But we'll also find these little mascots, which are shown on the minimap by the small icons with the little face inside. And every mascot you destroy will earn you money. Several thousand credits instantly. You see, here, we just broke one. There are 17 of them on the map, and each one gives you 5,000 credits, so you can get 1 million this way. In the city of Tokyo, there are lots of mascots, and they're all pretty close to each other. I'll give you a quick example. Here, I'll show you. Maybe not even a minute. We have a first one here that gives us 5,000 credits, and there's a second one. A little further away there in the center of Tokyo Park. We're going to go get it. There's a second one, just a few dozen meters further. We got it. Another 5,000, and now there's a third one that's right next to it. There, we got a third one. We made 15,000 in under a minute, and could keep doing this for a while. As I said, Tokyo has many of them close together, making it a great way to earn quick money early in the game. Next, I wanted to talk to you about the skill system. Skills. It's the score that will appear at the top of the screen when you do little drifts, when you drive fast, when you get close to a car. Spectacular actions are recognized and rewarded as skill actions in the game. The longer you perform them, the higher your multiplied score will be. To validate a skill score, you just need to pull over to the side of the road and simply wait for it to be confirmed. So here, we've earned 31,000, that's our stunt score. It will add up in a little gauge, and every time the gauge is filled, you earn a skill point, skill points. It's a currency that you can use in the game to unlock skills for your car. You go here to Car Mastery, and there's a skill tree for each car you have in your garage. They're never the same. That's why I advise you not to systematically use all the skill points you have available on every car in the game, without really thinking about what you're buying. You should know that there are certain cars in the game that offer particularly interesting skill rewards to earn money quickly. For example, Forza Edition cars, or Legendary Rarity cars. These cars offer skills in the Car Mastery menu that are much more interesting. So, I'll give a few examples a bit at random. Here I'm taking my Forza Edition Viper. In its skill tree, I'll have the chance to earn 250,000 credits and also to win. For example, a super wheel spin. In the game, super wheel spins are 3 combined spins, which let you win rewards 3 times, like either new cars or money. I'll show you some other examples. Let's take another Forza Edition car. It's true that, in general, they have the best skill trees. Here, with the Lotus Evira Forza Edition, I can win 150,000 credits and also win a super wheel spin. And here, with the Toyota Forza Edition, I can also win 250,000 credits and a super wheel spin. These are just a few examples. There are plenty of Forza Edition cars. And know, for example, that if you have 2 of the same model, the skill tree is not shared. That means, let's say I have a Toyota Forza Edition. I buy some skills here, and later, I unlock a second Toyota Forza Edition, the skill tree of that second Forza Edition. It will be reset, and I can reuse my skill points to get the money again. Or, for example, to get the super wheel spin again. So, make sure to save your skill points until you have a good amount to spend, to buy the wheel spins, the super wheel spins, or the credits available in the car's mastery trees. It's much more profitable than buying a random skill here and there on a car that isn't very useful. By the way, don't forget that to save as many skill points as possible, it's best to start by moving to the right, rather than moving upward. What I mean by that is, let's say I want to get the 250,000 credits. Some people might think, okay, I'll go up and then to the right. If I do that, it costs me 10 points plus 10 points plus 10 points plus 5 points plus 3 points plus 1 point. So that should be 39 points, right? Whereas if I start by going to the right, it costs me 1 point plus 3 points plus 5 points plus 10 points. That's 21 points if I'm not mistaken. It's much cheaper, nearly half the mastery points. Skill points offer a quick way to earn money in the game, and what you need to know is that there are certain cars that allow you to earn these skill points faster, which you can then spend more quickly on your cars, especially the cars. Forza Edition, for example, this one gives me a skill point boost when I drift. I saw there was another one, but I can't remember which one it is. I think the Porsche gives me skill point boosts when I drive fast. What I do to maximize my skill points is I take my Lotus Forza Edition, the one that gives a drift points boost. And I drift in a small forest or in a place where there are little bushes. Because when you break small trees or things like that, you get a bit of wreckage, and skill points too. That just increases your score faster, plain and simple. By doing that, I quickly earn skill points, and then it lets me unlock different bonuses faster in my car's mastery tree, like credits or super wheel spins. There are also some Forza Edition vehicles, like the Toyota I showed you earlier, that can be very useful for farming because they have a credit boost. That means when you complete objectives with them or win races, they'll give you an extra credit bonus. For example, I just finished an event, and as you can see, it was a 28,000 credit race and I earned 4,000 extra credits because I was using a Forza Edition car. I don't know exactly what percentage it is, but I think it's around 15% extra that you earn. By the way, speaking of boosts, you should know that there are 2 houses you can buy that will earn you money in the long run. The first one is this one, which you can find at the top right of the map. A house for 635,000 which will allow you to earn 10% extra credits when you do Horizon Life events. Horizon Life is multiplayer events. So, imagine you get an extra 10% plus 15% from using a vehicle with a credit boost in Forza, and even more if you have VIP and credit bonuses. At the end of the event, right away, your race rewards at the end will be almost doubled compared to the base game. And also this one, the Tokyo House, which isn't cheap. I don't remember exactly how much it costs, but I think it's over $1 million. And it gives you a free wheel spin every day, those wheel spins that are much harder to get in Horizon 6 than in Horizon 5. And one spin per day, it's the same. You'll need a little time to make it worthwhile, but in the medium term, it'll pay off easily. It can even pay off the very first time, if on the first day you get a car worth several million at once. Even if you land on the biggest prize in the draw, which is 1 million credits, it's more than paid for. Up until now, I haven't talked much about the races or the events, but that's coming. We're going to talk about it now. What you need to know is that in Horizon 6, to avoid having events that are really more profitable than others, to prevent there from being glitched events, the amount of rewards you'll get at the end of an event depends on the duration and the distance of the race. That means you can no longer, let's say, maximize your earnings like you could in Horizon 5, by doing races that are very long in distance but very short in time. Because, for example, it could just be on the highway, where you'll be driving at 400 the whole time and it'll finish super fast. To give you an example, a 1-hour race will earn you 6 times more than a 10-minute race, which itself will earn you 10 times more than a 1-minute race. So with this system, there are no more races that are really worth repeating over and over to earn money faster. That doesn't mean there aren't any super profitable events. I'll show you some. Jobs. So here, for example, food delivery is super profitable compared to the time it takes. Food delivery missions are pretty quick to complete, and they always happen in several phases. First, you have to go pick up the food that you need to deliver. Here, since we got the 3 stars, we're going to get a good money multiplier, and we'll get 14,000 credits. So 14,000 isn't a huge amount, except that actually,
Dans ce mode, plus vous faites des missions d'affilée,
the more stars you earn, the more your final pay gets multiplied, and the higher you climb in the ranks, since there are several ranks within the company. You start as a beginner and can end up as the boss, and there too, your base salary increases. Here, I did a second one and we earned 20,000. Now that I've finished a third, how much will we make? We're going to earn 29,000 for a challenge. Again, that barely lasted 2 minutes. And the more we keep going, the more the money gets multiplied. Plus, you earn XP, making this mode great for fast leveling. Quick leveling also gives you more raffle draws, helping you make your playtime even more rewarding. You see, 35,000 isn't a lot, but it's still something. I'm going to show you the ultimate trick, the original lazy person's trick to make a ton of money in the game, and it's incredibly easy. You're going to go to the start of a time attack event, the ones with the little blue icon, like this, on the map. You're going to take a car from your garage that's not too powerful, like CB or maybe A-Class. Most importantly, choose cars that aren't too powerful and, if possible, are front or all-wheel drive instead of rear-wheel drive. And especially cars that have good handling stats and very good braking. So that's what we're looking for. For example, I'm going to take the Honda Civic. It might not be the best car for this, but I think it should work pretty well anyway. And what you're going to do is go into settings. You're going to go into difficulty, set it to unbeatable to maximize your rewards as much as possible. Because here, we're not going up against drivatars, we're not facing anyone. Actually, we're just racing against the clock, so there's no risk of losing. You actually can't lose these events. So, set it to unbeatable to maximize your money. Here, for driving assist presets, turn on all the assists. Here, disable damage just in case, so that's taken care of. And then, you save, go back to the game, get on the starting line, and put a rubber band on your accelerator so it stays pressed down the whole time. So, hold on. That's what I'm gonna do. There. There you go. I put a rubber band to hold down the car's accelerator. And so, literally, the car drives itself. And I can do this while I'm not there. For example, I start Forza Horizon 6 in the evening before bed. I start the event like this. I set up my rubber band, I secure my controller so it doesn't move, and the game plays for me all night. And the next day, when I get back on my PC, usually I've earned about 1 million credits without doing anything, because every time you complete a lap of the circuit, even if you don't get a good time, even if you don't beat your previous lap, you earn around 2,000 to 2,500 credits. Over 7 or 8 hours at night, that's hundreds of thousands or even millions of credits. And it goes beyond that, especially on Xbox, since I don't think there's an issue on PC. The game checks for inactivity, so if the controller isn't used, it eventually marks you as AFK, and it pauses, or even shuts down. What I do is put a second rubber band on the camera joystick, locked to one side. This way, the game always thinks someone is using the controller and won't pause or go inactive. That's why I suggested this method for lower-class cars. It's because if you want to do it with really fast cars, S1, S2, or X, thinking that this way you'll have time to do more laps and earn more money. You should know that the game's automatic driving works well with slow cars. But when it's with cars that are too powerful, rear-wheel drive cars, or really fast cars, the game gets a bit confused. In those cases, your car might go off the track and just stop in the middle of the road, since the game won't recognize it needs to return to the track and continue. Obviously, when you get back to your game, you just set your assists and difficulty back to how they were before. And then you can simply enjoy all the credits the game earned for you to have fun, buy whatever you want, and all that without glitches, and of course without cheating. Another small detail, while I'm thinking about it, it's true that there are other houses that can give you money bonuses, but I find them much less useful. For example, you have this one, the Minka house, which costs $450,000 and it gives you 10% extra credits when you do stunt events. But those are pretty niche events that don't earn you much money to begin with. So to make this house worth it, forget it. It takes way too long. And another thing I wanted to mention, it's about the community-created events. All the events you'll find that were made through the Event Lab, all those events, basically, that you'll find here. What I wanted to point out is that unlike Forza Horizon 5, it's no longer possible in Horizon 6 to do custom events that let you earn a lot of money or a lot of XP. So obviously, when you complete them, you'll earn some money or XP, of course, but nothing crazy, because as I explained, it's based on the time you spend in the event and the number of kilometers you cover. So it's no longer possible to do events that last 15 seconds and earn you 90 million credits. That's not possible anymore. So all the events you see, at least for now, with thumbnails like 99 million XP or quick money event, all of that is fake. These are events made just to lure you in, because every time you participate, the person who created the event gets, I think, 1,000 credits in the game. That might change later. Some players may still find glitches or methods to earn a lot of money from these events, but know that on Horizon 6, the developers have warned that they will be much stricter when it comes to bans, and also much quicker at removing glitched events. So even if you find one, keep in mind that it's likely to disappear relatively quickly anyway. So there you go. I think this tutorial on Horizon 6 about money has been pretty comprehensive. It's possible that later on, new farming methods will be added to the game with new challenges. Or as the seasons go by, it's possible that the economy of Horizon 6 will change a bit. I suggest subscribing to my YouTube channel so you'll get updates on new farming methods in my videos. Remember to subscribe and leave a like on this video if it helped you out. Feel free to leave a comment to suggest other methods. If you know other profitable ones, share them in the comments. Follow me on Twitch for upcoming streams. The link's in a pinned comment. Your follows and subscriptions mean a lot. And don't forget to check out the sponsor of this video, Ollie. Thank you, and see you soon for a new video. Bye.